everybody. Welcome back to the podcast, Diagnose Bravo, with your girl, Demi.
I'm Maury. Yes, this is my name.
Well, at least we have that done.
Uh,
And today we are going to be doing Reddit Stories Part 2. I know it's been a little minute since we posted, but life be life, and outside of the podcast booth, I have a whole life that I'm dealing with, unfortunately.
It was Black History Month.
It was.
We were being black.
So black in the streets everywhere. So,
it was lit.
So there was just no time for podcasts when we were out here being black. So we grabbed a couple of interesting posts off of Reddit and we are going to talk about it. The first one is, what two housewives would you like to see face off? Maury?
This is lit because Demi brought up a really good one, but I would like to see Lisa and...
Which Lisa? There's like...
Oh, yes, you're right. There's a lot of...
In every franchise, almost in every franchise, there's a Lisa. There's a Lisa in Miami. There's one in Beverly Hills. There's one in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. I think that's it. I don't remember any of the other Lisas. But yeah, or at least there was one. She was the original in Atlanta. But yeah, anyway, sidetrack. Continue.
Actually, I've changed my mind now. I would like to see Portia from Atlanta, yes, and Erica from Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Why?
I feel like that would be a massacre.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Destroying each other.
Yeah, I'm here for chaos.
And Erica's a little ghetto.
Exactly.
But I like, and she's also isn't she also from Georgia?
Yeah.
That's lit. I like that for them. Mm-hmm. That would be something with the accents.
Yes.
Because when she gets around other Southern people, her accent comes out.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that.
It is very nice. There's a rural Southern that Erica has, and a urban Southern that Portia has. And I feel like they could still understand each other, come at each other's throats.
Yeah.
Someone might get punched. Either way, I would appreciate the chaos. It would be an unforgettable episode.
Chaos. Yeah, because they're both really mean when they want to be. Mm-hmm. Like, Erica is just like kind of cold, but like Portia can hurt your feelings. Like when she said that your ankles are ashy, I felt that. I really felt that. Because ever since then, I look at my own feet like, oh, Portia would say something about my feet today. And I don't have time for that.
It was wild. I was thinking that about myself yesterday, bro. Because I'm putting lotion on and I'm like, damn, these ankles look wild. And I was like, Portia would call me ashy.
She would call you ashy. It's time for Portia to call them ashy. That's just the most disrespectful thing. It's like, this is going to be a complete tangent. But I just think there's something so disrespectful about calling out that somebody's ashy. Because, like, you didn't have to say that. You could have just took me to the side. Like, yo, girl, you need some lotion. You need a little bit of, like, Vaseline. Like, what's going on? It's cold. It's winter time.
And she's screaming it across the street.
Restaurant.
So now everybody knows. Everyone, ever since then, I have looked at Kenya's ankles.
Yes. She was ashy.
And most of the time, she is.
Oh, she couldn't be me. I would have not been able to return to the show after that. Of all the things that have been said to Kenya, that would have been the thing that would have not made me be able to return to the show. Because how dare you? How dare you talk about my ankles like this?
You understand me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I know we've already talked about this from Erica, but who makes more money, you or your daughter, off of OnlyFans? What are we talking about? Why would you say that to another living human being? That is so rude. I was here for it, but that was so rude. I just want to know who makes more, you or Sammy? Because I love the fact that you both do OnlyFans. Who says that?
That's the best arsenal that someone can have in their back pocket. Like, I can imagine her just on Twitter, like, dumb bitch. Now she's like, I just loaded my clip. And that's what she does. And that's
I just can't wait for Erica. I mean, she's probably already found this out, but I can't wait for Erica to respond to the fact that Denise said that she was lip syncing on the stage. during Kyle's white party, because that shit was funny. Because Garcelle brought it up first, and she was like, "Oh, Denise said that she's going to be lip syncing on the stage," and then during the white party, she goes, "Oh yeah, like I can't wait to see Erica just lip sync on the stage."
She says she can do that. Just keeps, Denise is a big fan of taking L. I've realized. She
likes to take L's.
Yeah, just W's are a goal, but L's are the outcome. Like it's very unfortunate.
I mean,
pick your battles.
She was also not sober that first night.
Yeah.
So God,
she was messed up.
Yeah. She
could have been jacket.
In a backwards jacket. I've put on many a backwards jacket.
Yeah.
But an upside down jacket takes the cake, bro. Like I've never put on my jacket.
They got upset when people tried to correct me.
Even go in that way. Like, because it's so differently because your shoulders are up here.
Well, once you are under any influence, you ain't paying attention to that.
You're paying attention to the fact that your jacket is upside down.
At least you got clothes on and your wallet's in your pocket.
She's walking around with a wallet.
If I have my wallet and my keys,
if I have that much money, I'm never walking around with a wallet.
That's true.
I'm walking around with Apple Pay every day.
That is true.
Samsung now that I've jumped shit.
Good job.
But
you did the right thing.
Anyway, not according to everybody else. Whatever. But yeah. And then she be snarling. She be like, Erica be like, and I can just imagine Portia like, oh, not growl. Girl, you growling?
I need it.
So
it's either they need to go on that ultimate housewife trip.
Yes.
And it's either they're going to get along and come for others.
Yes.
Or they're going to come for each other. I need them.
Be great friends though.
They have
Erica loves to dance. Portia loves to dance. They would just be out in Mykonos shaking ass together.
That'd be amazing. Seeing them twerk together.
Did Erica twerk? Yeah, she can bounce.
Yeah,
she does.
In
she
her newest video that we saw.
She has a documentary out. Better Dawn on Blonde. Yeah.
Oh, I kept wondering what that hashtag was when I was seeing it. So it's on Hulu?
I don't know where it's at, but she has the show in Vegas. That's the same name. But now she has a documentary of the same name. And now I kind of want to watch it because I don't even know what it's about. Like, what is she talking about?
Because the last one we watched was about
the hustle and the housewife.
Yeah, and everyone's comments on there, like they were like, what were the point of some of those other housewives that were on there? This is the whole separate.
They were trying to get money. Danielle, what's the last name? Saab.
Oh God.
There's nothing that woman does for a good reason. Nothing. I don't trust her as far as I could throw her, and it's probably not all that far. There is nothing that woman does on this God green given earth that is for a good reason. So when she pulled up to talk about, oh yeah, because me and her were stripping in the same place, girl, get out of here. Like, where he knew Erica was a stripper or a dancer or a go-go dancer or whatever. And she's like, oh yeah, she was trying to get men and da-da-da-da. Who wasn't? I'm in a whole relationship and I want to find a married rich man to take his money. Anyone who's probably like not like uber religious or anything like that, but anyone who lives in New York City, if we could just get a quick sugar daddy who doesn't want any sugar, who wants to pay all my bills.
Yeah.
Sir, if that's what you're led to do, if that's where the Lord is bringing you, then do that. And I'm okay. I will not block my own blessings. So Erica's out here getting with these old men who want to just spend money on her, who want to turn her into a pop star. Turn me into a pop star, baby. Like, I have no problems doing that.
And another thing is, for Danielle to make it seem like she was a competition for Erica is wild.
Girl, we're not even getting into that.
One of us got on stage at Magic Mike.
She's delusional.
My ass.
She is so delusional.
The other one associated to mob behavior. Like, just, and I mean, I don't really know what her life was in terms of like the mob stuff, but when she was on Real Housewives of New Jersey, her level of I got goons in the back.
Yes. Never understand how she was able to bring those men on the show. They had like whole felonies.
Little minions. Calling people the F word. Like, I was like, what is happening? And
this is the early 2000s.
Yeah, and
it was
just
a wild time.
Probation.
Just now?
No, before he, like, while he was there. Yes. He was
I was about to say he's been on probation since 20.
Well, I don't know what his life is now.
2005. Like,
we should Google it.
Danielle had the goons. Yeah.
So they led two different lives.
They do, but very similar lives because it's Georgia. Yeah, and I don't think like Portia was from. I want to say she's from Decatur. I don't know much about Georgia. I know Atlanta, and that's about it. Damn. I know Atlanta, and I know the place where the Risa Tisa lady's from because I watched all 50 of her parts.
Oh yes,
and that's it.
And she talked about the different parts.
She did.
She was detailed.
She was.
She was like on this corner, on this avenue.
When you're going up the 104 on the Parkway and the freeway and all this other stuff, and she was like, "And there's a McDonald's on the corner." I was like, "Oh, I thought I was there in Georgia with her." Driving up the 104 where the industrial buildings were, where that man said that he was working when he wasn't working.
Uncovering lies.
It was great. It was great.
You gotta commend her for that level of detail and memory, because this is like 3 years ago. And honestly,
no, was it 3 years ago?
She said it was like 2020 to 2021, right?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, damn, it's 2024. And so, which people for you? Which people for you?
Don't remember who my people were. Oh, yes. Okay, so my two people were going to be Phaedra and Candace. Because could you imagine the two of them talking shit? Because they're very good with their words. Candace is clearly very highly educated, and Phaedra is also very highly educated. She's a lawyer. She got her degree in dead people wrangling. Mortician certificate. Anyway, so Phaedra, being the dead person wrangler that she is, she is extremely educated. And the things that they say to people, we've already talked about Kenya, and that I'm not going to do the monologue again. But Kenya had nothing to say. Honestly, between the ashy feet and this monologue, that's when I would have left. Because that monologue, there was nothing for her to say. You can come back from Hey Ashy.
She did leave, and she came back, but she did leave. But I don't think she left. She didn't.
Did she leave directly after that?
No, she didn't leave directly after that. She left because of her marriage, not because of what people were saying.
But that was disrespectful. To say that you don't know where your baby daddy's going to come from and whether or not he's going to be a child molester or an ex-murderer, that's something to say to somebody. And that's hurtful.
It's like, look at your choices.
Look at you. That's hurtful to say to somebody. And then Candace, she said to Giselle, with your dried up uterus.
With your dried up uterus.
It's just like, how do you
Was it dried up or was it dwindling?
I think it might have been dwindling uterus. It might have been a dwindling. Like, who's to say that to someone? Like, I like to pride myself of being an intelligent person, but I would have never thought to say that to someone.
No, she rude as fuck. And she is. I wish I had that level of quick wit tongue. Like, it's just so fast.
It's lethal.
It is.
I wasn't a huge fan of Giselle at the moment, but to have somebody say that your uterus is dwindling is like, it's offensive. Candace is so lucky that Housewives can't sue other housewives, because I would have been sued her.
To be fair, I would only use such quick wit when it's deserved. It takes me a lot to get there. I feel like Candace is just, as soon as she's wrong is as soon as she's quick-witted, your feelings.
Yeah.
So it's a good arsenal to have. I just gotta know when to use it.
She uses it all the time.
Yeah.
But it's not one of those things that like ever, like, you know, when you keep doing the thing and it's like it diminishes the product. Her product is pristine every time. It's A1 Wagyu beef every single time she uses it. She's staying coming for people's lives in ways that I'm just like, I'm so glad this woman's not my enemy. Like, I'm so glad that this woman doesn't hate me, because she would be on my list.
Honestly,
she would be on my 13 reasons. Like, she would be reason number 1 through 13. All the things she done said to me, my dwindling uterus, stay off your back, you roach, you and your slave driver. All of them.
Yeah, and then she recently had the case against her dropped, so it's prevailing. It's amazing.
Your husband wants to suck out the sausages. All of those things. Would have just been on my list as reasons why I'm just not going to be here with y'all anymore. So because it's crazy to me.
I'm here for the chaos. It's a good time.
That would be quite the argument.
Okay, any other ones you could think of?
Oh, good question. Who would I want to see go head to head? Definitely Nene and somebody.
Your clit has left your body.
So bad.
Why is this on this setting and I don't know how to fix it?
Who would Nene be good to go after? I would love to see her on Potomac.
Nene on
I would
Potomac?
love to see her against everybody on Potomac. Yeah. You know, Robin and what's her name? Oh my god, I stay forgetting this woman's name, and I don't know why. The woman from Atlanta, the model.
Cynthia?
Yes. I stay forgetting her name. I don't know why. I really don't know why.
That would be a very boring conversation.
That's why. Because they're both like the B cast of their franchises. And I feel like what happens when two B cast women get together? Like, it would be interesting if Robin, Cynthia, and Dorit all got together and had an argument. What does that argument look like? I feel like eventually it would become very entertaining.
It would.
Because Dorit be saying some stuff. Cynthia also has her moments when a case, excuse me, I'm a lawyer. What are you talking about? That is disrespectful. That honestly, it would eventually become entertaining. I feel, but the thing is, when they fight with other people, it becomes very interesting. When we're just talking about their lives, it's like, okay, what are we sitting here talking about? But Robin, when you're lucky that Juan Dixon's not here right now, girl. What? What is Juan Dixon going to do? But now I'm interested. But now I'm interested. What would happen if Juan Dixon was here right now? Please tell me, because now I want to know. Like, and Dorit, when she just does her Dorit stuff, you know, she says some stuff. Dorit, yeah, she's being attacked. Always attacked. Honestly, that's a conversation that we could have. Dorit versus Garcelle and that whole situation.
Yeah, because they just haven't been able to get on the right foot, man. And they're from two different worlds. One is more sheltered than the other, and they are having such a hard time understanding one another. I'm trying to be biased, but the problem is Dorit, in my opinion.
Yeah. That's why I have really nothing to say to your comment. Yeah. Because the problem is Dorit.
The problem is Dorit. She's so sheltered.
It's not, honestly, it's not that, I don't even think that she's sheltered, because she went off to go be in the world. She was in Milan and the Paris and the France and the Spain and the this and the that and whatever. And she was talking about how she grew up with her family. I don't remember the whole story, but her family being in Israel. And
yes.
They were being anti-Semitic and stuff like that. So I don't think that it is her not being in the world enough to know what the world is like. I think that she is just grossly not self-aware at all.
Okay.
She does not understand everyone else's issues unless she has personally experienced those herself. And I feel like she is just so unwilling to walk into anyone else's shoes, because in her mind, if it's not her man and her two kids, it really doesn't really matter to her. Yeah. Like, that's just not what her vibe is. So it's like, I can't even say that she shelters anymore, because she's not. If you think about it, she's not sheltered. Was she born in Israel? I don't know.
No, she was born in Connecticut, I think.
Girl, who knows? But either way, she lived in Israel. She lived in all these other European countries. You're not telling me that you went through some stuff. She was a model. She was this. She was that. Like, she had to have gone through some things, especially with how well-traveled she is. There's no way that you have walked through this earth and you don't know anything about anything. What I believe is true is that she has amassed a level of privilege where if it's not within her realm of what she knows, She just doesn't know about it. And she is just so willing to say whatever it is that she wants to say that like it just doesn't really matter what else anyone else is going through, or because that's not her reality. So if it's not her reality, then it must not be true, because I haven't experienced that. So I don't really know what else that means for anybody else. So
yeah.
And I think because of that, it's like she's not going to be able to mesh with Garcelle. Because at the end of the day, yes, Garcelle has amassed a level of wealth. Yes, Garcelle has amassed a level of privilege. If me and Garcelle, even though we are both Black women, walk into the same space, and we both walk into, I don't know, what's fancy right now, Balenciaga or something. I don't know right now.
No, we are poor.
No money. No money. But if me and Garcelle were to walk into Hermes, right? That's where they get the Birkins and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there even an Hermes store? Because I thought, anyway, digress. If me and Garcelle were to walk into Hermes, Garcelle dressed the way that she is, and me dressed the way that I dress, which is Target and Old Navy, they're not going to look at me.
Yeah.
We are both Black women. They are not going to take a look at me. They're going to be like, Miss Garcelle, here's the latest Birkin. Please purchase it. They're going to be like, security, get this lady out. Like, so guys,
can you afford this jacket?
Can you even afford the air that is being pumped into Hermes? Absolutely not. Get out of here, you broke bitch. But yes, Garcelle has amassed a level of privilege that I will never experience in this life. But at the same time, Garcelle is still Black. There are some things that she will never be able to change because of the color of her skin. Dorit can change things because she can get money. She can change the way she looks. She can marry right. She can do whatever. And the oppressions that she has are essentially erased because she can prosper out of those things. Mm-hmm. There are certain things that Garcelle is never going to, no matter how much money she gets, no matter how much influence and power and movies and blah, 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 at the end of the day, she is still going to be a Black woman. Mm-hmm. So you saying certain things that you say and thinking, oh, we're on the same level because we both have money and we're both on this TV show together, in a lot of ways are not necessarily true. There are just certain things that you don't say about Black women. There are certain things that you don't say to Black women. And for some reason, Dorit just does not understand that. Yes, the housewives love to go back and forth with each other and say a lot of extremely disrespectful things. And you can do that. But you also have to think about who are you talking to and how the audiences are going to receive what you said to that person that you talked to.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you're in public eye. And another thing to consider is when you're in a position of being a Black woman, you not only have to learn how to thrive within your own culture, but within other cultures. So you have to learn outside of yourself and outside of your bubble. And if you're white passing, you don't really have to do that. You are doing whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
So it's like the example of, and I watched, I think like one episode of Blackish, but I thought something that was really interesting in the first episode that I watched is how Black people have to have the need to feel like they have to dress better so that they are perceived better. Because if you are Black and you're wearing your bonnet outside, you're labeled type of thing. And I will go to the bodega with a bonnet on any day, my bonnet and my Crocs, but I won't be judged. Not in my neighborhood because everyone's doing that. But if I do that on the West Side, they're gonna be like, where are you from? Yeah. What hotel are you at currently? Like, you don't live here.
Wild.
So you have to learn a lot more of how the world wants you to be and how your world currently is in order to be Black. Mm-hmm. And it's
whereas Dorit can get up, get dressed, and walk out the door and not have to think about any of that stuff. Mm-hmm. And her kids never have to think about any of that stuff because they're all white. Mm-hmm. And Garcelle's Black kids always have to think about, and how am I going to present myself when I walk out the door today? Mm-hmm. And how can I use the privilege that I do have of wealth to protect myself? And even in those cases, you can't always protect yourself because at the end of the day, you're still Black.
Yeah.
And I think that Dorit just does not understand that. And no matter how much proximity she has to her mother's Black friend, it's just not really going to teach you anything.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a lot. That is better described than sheltered. I like the way that you described it because sheltered was Garcelle's words, but it's a lot deeper than that. But like to break down and diagnose that to somebody and have them receive that at all or easily, it's just easier to stay sheltered.
Yeah, I get that. Because at the end of the day, it's not my job to educate you on what you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can tell you, hey, here's a thing, and you should probably know it. And I could probably, within the goodness of my heart, show you a couple of things. But at the end of the day, you have to go out there and you have to go get that experience. It's not my job to teach you how to be a person of the world. Mm-hmm. I can't do that for you. It's not fair to expect Black people to do that for you. So
we have everything at our fingertips. Like,
Google is free.
Google is hella free. Your phone that you paid thousands of dollars for, you could just go ahead and Google.
Mm-hmm. Like, the fact that Erica is the champion of the microaggressions. Well, not the champion of it, but of explaining what they are. Just go talk to Erica, because Erica got the know-how.
Just sit down with her. She's an advocate. She's like, listen, as a fellow white girl, I'm gonna tell you what not to do and what to do.
Right.
For our Black community.
Right.
Like, if you want to participate in community and say that you're an advocate and say that you don't do this, then also like be that champion advocate that people need. Yeah. Not tear people down and then get taught a lesson and then apologize. Mm-hmm. Like, you should probably be proactive if you see that this is an ongoing issue. You can, and there's certain buzzwords. Yeah.
Like there's no need for us to explain this. Like, y'all know, because it is what it is.
Yeah.
But there, like, for instance, I love using the word aggressive. It's one of my favorite words. I'd be like, girl, you being mad aggressive right now. But what I won't do is in white spaces, I will never label my friends as being aggressive, because I know what that means to them. Mm-hmm. They hear the word aggressive and they're like, oh, this person's dangerous. That person's they're being emotional, they're being whatever. And that just triggers something different in them. As opposed to when me and my Black friends are just talking to each other and my Black friend's getting loud with me, I'll be like, hey, girl, you being mad aggressive right now. That means something different when I'm talking to another Black woman than when I'm talking to a Black woman in a white space. And so Dorit needs to understand that when she is, and Garcelle is often the only Black woman in the room.
Yeah.
When you are the only Black person in the room and a white person says, why are you attacking me? That signals to other white people to look at this woman like, and what is she doing that's attacking? Like, we need to look out for this person. We need to see what she's doing.
I don't be attacked.
Right. So it's like, you have to be aware when you are with other people, when you are with people of color, that there are certain things that are going to signal to other white people to be like, and now we got to keep an eye on that person because we don't know what she's about to do next. Is she going to attack us? Is she going to say something to us? And these people don't know Garcelle. And that's what I'm like, if I'm in a friend space with y'all and we talk how we talk, it's one thing. But if there are strangers in the room where these people don't know you and don't know me, and they don't know how we speak to each other, or they don't know what the dynamic is, they're going to interpret whatever it is that they want to interpret. And you have to be mindful of that. And I think it's less of the fact that Dorit said that Garcelle was attacking her, and more of the fact that Dorit needs to be aware of where she is. She needs to read the room, and Dorit does not know how to read a room. No, she doesn't. And that's why Garcelle was like, why would you embarrass her like that? If it was just the Housewives and you said that, maybe Garcelle wouldn't have been upset. But there's like 6 ladies who do not know Sutton, who do not know our dynamic, who do not know how Sutton gives it up, who's now, ew, you was out here making out with your driver. Like, why would you embarrass me in front of women that I don't know?
Earlier in the season, she said that she puts vodka in her coffee and wouldn't be surprised if that's something that she's done. Like, she's out here just slandering people this season.
Where's Renna? Oh, Renna has that big bag of pills, and remember the big bag of pills?
Yeah.
Yes. And Renna made that joke like, oh yeah, I put a couple pills in my smoothie. And Dorit ripped, because Renna has a big bag of pills and she be putting in her smoothies and whoop the whoop the whoop. Say that in front of the wrong person, and now people think that this woman has a drug problem. And you need to read the room. And Dorit doesn't know how to read the room. And that is her issue. Amen. Dissertation done. Next. I'm tired of talking about this woman. Next.
What a nice diagnosis moment.
Wild. She drives me crazy. Even before Garcelle got on that show, I was not enjoying Dorit because she just does too much. even with Sutton, now you got dragged me back into this whole Dorito train.
It's coming
Even
back.
with Sutton. And just so we all know that this actually has nothing to do with race, let's talk about her interactions with Sutton. Sutton's first season, when Sutton was having her like, oh, whatever was happening outside of Rena's daughter's event or whatever. Mm-hmm. And Sutton, in my opinion, very calmly was like, oh, like I'm getting anxious. I really don't like that person or whoever she was beefing with. You know, they make me uncomfortable, whatever it was that she was saying. And then Dorit goes to the dinner and says, and Sutton was freaking the fuck out.
Yes.
I was like, bro, read the room.
And why are you speaking for her?
Right.
And the thing is, Sutton was definitely whispering and trying to just find comfort in those who are around her that she feels like she could trust.
Right.
And Dorit just ran in and was like, I have news, everybody.
The tea and I'm ready to spill it.
And exaggerated it and
saturated that.
You could have just minded your business if you really cared about your friend.
About how it was.
Yeah.
You could have been like, oh, Sutton was really uncomfortable because the man showed up and she doesn't really like that man. And da. I like to cheesemate more than the next girl. We have a podcast just to cheesemate. Like, I am a Gemini. I like to gossip. If there's anyone on this earth that likes to spill the tea, it is me. However, you need to have a level of integrity when you spill tea. You need to know what tea to spill. You need to know who you need to spill the tea to. You need to know when that tea is important and when it's appropriate to spill that tea. Like, you can't just be out here willy-nilly just telling the gossip. Like, there are rules. There are rules to the gossip.
There's rules to the gossip.
And Dorit doesn't understand that. Like, she likes to be inflammatory. And that's what I don't enjoy about her, is how inflammatory she is. She walked into that room. She said, and Sutton was freaking the fuck out. And then now, of course, as a mother whose daughter just put on this beautiful event, how dare you try to ruin my daughter's event? This is my daughter's event.
Yep.
And so now I'm going to beef with you because according to this person that we both know, you were freaking the fuck out and you was causing a problem. And now I'm going to want to talk to you about that. It didn't need to get that far.
It didn't.
And so when Sutton was like, let the mouth go, Dorit doesn't know how to do that because she likes to be inflammatory. She likes to poke the bear. She likes to spill the tea willy-nilly in an irresponsible way. She's not a responsible tea spiller.
I think it's tea. It's like watered down Lipton.
Oh, not the Lipton.
Watered
Lipton
down
is just, oof. I do not enjoy Lipton tea.
I don't enjoy Lipton tea either. I'll only use it when all my other loose leaf teas are out. It is the last resort of
But
tea.
you know, you can get one of those syrups. If you make like a peach simple syrup, yeah.
I want to do that actually. Because you know, it's just the fruit and then the sugar.
Yeah.
And then you let that ferment and then you have the sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should do that.
And you just put in the Lipton. And then the Lipton won't taste that bad because it's not just Lipton.
You do for me.
What? Girl, you can do it for yourself. You have a whole grocery store.
I am illiterate.
What?
I can't read.
On. No,
I can't find the peaches in the section.
I'm moving on. Anyway, moving on.
Our next and last Reddit thing that we were seeing, and where I'm just curious, Demi, on how you feel about this. So I don't really know if this is true or not, but the amount of I did go to Kim Zolciak's Instagram at some point, and her rumoring that she was going to come back to Atlanta. How do you feel about that? Do you think, I wish. So for the most part, Demi and I actually just recorded our homes. It's the first time we're both recording at my apartment. And the face that she's giving me, bro.
Because you're asking me how do I feel and I don't. I don't feel because I don't care. Keep this woman at home with her 16 kids. She does not need to be on our screens anymore. Hasn't Kim No Neck Zolciak done enough? What's happening? Why is this woman back?
You know,
she has so many other things to deal with. Her husband, her kids, children. She needs to worry about her house being in foreclosure. Like, stop. Why do they keep trying to make Kim Zolciak happen? The same way that they keep trying to make Teddy happen is the same way they keep trying to make Kim Zodiac happen. Cut it out. We're tired of seeing Kim. I'm tired of seeing her.
I have a theory.
What's your theory?
So I think by her coming back is to try to make Atlanta either more relevant for retention.
Okay.
Because, Candy's leaving.
Yeah.
So Candy's leaving, Portia's coming back, Kim is coming back, and it can keep those.
I would rather Phaedra come back.
I would rather die.
How has Phaedra affected your life today? Tell me more.
It's the same rant that I always have. I don't want to give her a platform. The fact that she still got one.
But she's more interesting than this woman.
You're not wrong.
I'm tired of Kim. Kim, and maybe this is hypocritical of me, but Kim has just portrayed herself to just be an ain't shit person since the beginning of time, from when she was not tardy for the party till now. I'm just so tired of her and the things that she does. This woman is racist. This woman is ridiculous. This woman just comes on the show and just says horrible things to people. Like, I can't with her. She's not entertaining. She's not funny. Even when I can deal with disrespect.
My thing is,
I
don't want her back because I don't want Kim back because her life is already on so much public display.
Yeah.
She's just doing it for free right now.
Well, she's not doing it for free. She's trying to pay her bills.
No, I mean right now because she's not on the show. So now she's gonna come on the show, and then now we just paying for a subscription to see shit I saw for free on Instagram. Like it's just.
And also, I feel like now is just not the time. Like, you have kids in this situation. You and your husband are going back and forth with the cops and all this kind of other stuff.
There's domesticating,
right?
Like it's not okay. I feel like it would throw off the whole dynamic because instead of her trying to talk about her issues, she's going to just cause drama for other people, and I think that's why they're bringing her back because she's going to bring baggage, and because people still like her, because she still has a fan base, because she's an OG. Base. All these things. People. I don't know.
God, because I want to talk to her. I just want to.
Why are you interested?
And I think that's why. No, like what? What are you seeing this woman that's entertaining or likable whatsoever?
Anything entertaining, and there's a difference between being like blunt and just being.
She's not
like not blunt. I think that's the wrong word. Like speaking your mind and then speaking too much. And I think that she just speaks too much. There's some thoughts you should keep inside.
She doesn't have thoughts. She just has like a regurgitation machine that just throws things out. Like, the things that this woman be saying to people, and you just look at her like,
you said that.
Why? Like, why do you say these things?
Said that. So I hope she doesn't come back. But I still.
For me to sympathize with Kenya Moore is a lot. And when you was going against Kenya Moore, I was looking at Kenya like, do you need somebody to tag in to help you fight this lady? Because what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, come on. I don't understand. She needs to go home and take care of the baby. And this is not even me just being shady. Like, genuinely. Go home.
Focus on family.
Take care of your kids. Your people are going through a hard time right now. Your husband is no longer your husband. It's a rough time to be a kid. They're probably mourning the loss of a relationship, of a marriage, of a family, all of that. Mm-hmm. Stay home and deal with that. I don't think she should come back to Atlanta.
I still prefer her over Phaedra, but that's why I said I'd rather die. Just right. I just if I see her on the screen, if I see her try to do one more false Southern charm, I'm gonna just stop watching until she leaves.
I understand.
And get highlights on Reddit. I'd rather do that.
I understand. Just why Kim Zodiac? Like, her time has passed. I was more excited when I heard that Nene might be coming back.
I'd rather have Nene come back.
Nene would be great. But now Nene's on Zeus. Why is
she's on Zeus?
She's on Zeus, girl. Yeah,
I have Zeus.
She's on Zeus. She did the reunion for the baddies, the bad girls, east or west or north or south.
Going from Housewives,
right,
to Zeus Network is a downgrade.
Nene.
It's a downgrade, Nene. Come back.
Come back. That's wild. She needs to come back to Housewives. She needs to
welcome arms. It would be amazing.
Yes. Andy needs to let go of whatever beef he got with Nene, and he needs to let Nene come back, because this is what the peoples want. The peoples want Miss Nene's leaks.
This is what the peoples want.
The peoples want Nene. We don't want Kim. We don't want Cardi for the party. It's not what we want.
Even though Nene was right there in the studio, bro.
She wasn't singing Tardy for the Party. I give you that much.
Tardy for the party.
We want Miss Nene. And I miss Greg. I'm not gonna hold you. Greg was lit. Fact. I was so sad when he had passed.
Greg was everybody's daddy.
Honestly, yeah.
Just out here with the knowledge. Everybody's Uncle Phil. So great.
And he was getting them young bucks together. He was like, listen here. Now marriage is an institution. And I loved it. I was there for every moment of it. I was like, yeah. Yes, past to the leaks. Like, you better tell him.
Every time he spoke, I was like, he about to spit.
Yeah.
It's so great.
He was so good.
Rewatching him was such a nice time.
No. But now she got a new man. I don't really know too much about him.
See?
He seems interesting. He's handsome. He got a full beard. I love a black man with a full beard. Just love a black man with a full beard. If the beard don't connect, we don't want it.
Damn.
No. But the beard needs to be seamless. It needs to be like, wow, hair beard, wow, amazing.
Hair beard, wow.
Hair beard, amazing. And it needs to be full. Wow. It needs to look like you could put a comb through it. Wow. And that's the type of beard that I like.
I don't think you just like your husband.
Honestly, his beard connects. And he could put a comb through it. And these are things that I enjoy in my life. Wow. So
I like that for you, friend.
Thank you so much.
You deserve that.
Oh. So I like Nene. I want Nene to come back. I like whoever she's with. He looks handsome. They could run around Atlanta together, being handsome together. Without Kim.
Yes.
Just no Kim. Because Kim, to me, is like Brandy.
Interesting.
They just give me similar. They give me the ick. Yeah. They give me similar vibes, and I just do not enjoy watching them at all. And I feel like they have no place in the Bravo universe, and that they should go and be tardy. Someone else's party. They should be tardy for someone else's party. Oh my God. Yes, and not for the Bravo party.
Wow, I like
they
that.
Can't even get into the Bravo party.
Wow.
They just got to go over there to the.
Wow.
I don't know, to the MTV party.
Wow.
That's the party they need to go to.
Damn, that's so
not over here. No, not over here.
I understand. I understand. Well, it's been lovely chatting, talking about housewives and shit. We'll see y'all. Drink water.
Touch grass.